How's it going? I hope you're doing just as good as I'm doing tonight. Really good workout today. I very much expected that my first bench and clean and jerk paired day since my trip about a week ago was going to be very painful. And while, bench without any conditioning for Olympic lifts does make my shoulders a good bit fucking tight. I was very happy to see that, all the mobility stretching and training I did, and the discipline, whatever. The clean and jerks felt pretty great, and I got to focus a little bit on what I talked about yesterday. I was jumping forward on my snatches. Today, I got to kind of focus in on that. Even though my cleans I didn't have an issue with, it's always good to try to mentally focus on the issues you have throughout all of your Olympic lifts, because it does transfer over. If you have issues on snatch or clean and jerk, thinking about them while you're doing the other lift that you think is easier will help you hone that mind-muscle connection, or those mental cues that will get you to where you need to be. So physically, man, I'm going to give it a solid 8.1, just right over that threshold. It was a very solid day, a little burned out. My collarbone has been smushed to shit. But, everything felt good. I was able to, really commit to everything and, put in my best efforts and just kind of have fun, and that's what I love about the sport. Mentally, shit, I'm going to put it at a 9 today, because we got some fun news, some really cool stuff happening, where not only are the weights moving, not only am I feeling mobile, phantom knee pain went away, homie time at the gym, everything, but on top of that, what I really want to talk about today, correlating with what I've experienced since doing these videos, is when you commit and remain disciplined, when you really find that level of I'm going to commit no matter what, I will never stop being disciplined, your goals end up coming to you kind of effortlessly. Now this is a big generalization, so let me kind of get my two thoughts out about it so you can understand where I'm coming from. What I have experienced is that life ends up becoming a lot easier than you know it when you just sit down and learn to enjoy your daily life right now. Everybody's oh, I'll make it one day, so I'll be good then. It's no. And to me, I already made it. Compared to the people who are older than me, I got nothing going on. I'm trying to find work. I'm still in college. I'm just at the gym every day doing my thing. But to me, I'm happy. I'm moving. I'm disciplined. No matter what, I am disciplined. And I'm passionate because of that. And to me, because I can enjoy my daily life so much like that and really put in my best efforts every single day, I think that I've made it, So from here on out, hopefully I can keep feeling that way for the rest of my life. And so now that I've got this little mindset of man, I'm good, I'm happy with what I'm doing, even if there's more things I want to do, and I'm just going to keep pushing. Those goals that I had, I'm sure there are very few of you that have stuck around because of how new this channel is. But, 3 months ago now I started this channel, I think. 3-4 months ago when I started really doing these types of videos. And then the first video I made, if you want to go back and look at it, you can see how baby I was with these videos. It's my video about FOMO. And I was basically having my own existential crisis, being I'm comparing myself to everyone. I feel like I should be somewhere where I'm not. I'm rushing through life. I'm not enjoying what I'm doing right now. And I decided to end that video saying that rather than focusing on how much I thought I was missing out on, or how little I was really enjoying my daily life at that time and appreciating what I actually had in front of me, and for what all that was worth, I was gonna put my daily life first and my personal health first and just enjoy each step that I'm able to take. Because as I've said so many times, being alive is I'm not religious, but being alive is a blessing. It is such a miracle that we can breathe and have cognitive thought as complex as we do. And so being able to like really be just grateful in general for that on its own, everything after your own individual life is it's an accessory. It's something that should boost you throughout your own personal life. Like, I love my girlfriend to death, and I hope that we spend the rest of our lives together, but she, not in a materialistic way, but she is an accessory to my personal life, as I am an accessory to her personal life. We both lift each other up, but we're also both living for each other individually. Not like me living for her, it's like me living for myself, and then we boost each other. Whatever, didn't mean to get complex. But my whole point, to bring it around a little bit, is that once I started taking those steps forward, I just started, every video became more and more fun. I got the bullshit in my brain out when I needed to. And if you've been here for a minute, you've seen the bumps in the road. There's been some rocks for sure, like there always is going to be. But every single time, if you stuck around, I'm sure you've noticed, as I've noticed, that I'm able to pick myself up faster every single time. It's like on the dot, something horrible can happen to me, and I'm just like, nope, we're disciplined. We're here for it. I'm alive. So I'm going to keep moving and just enjoying myself. And that mindset is what's keeping me so happy and passionate. And just for the definitive proof, the good news I was talking about, it's so cool because at the end of that video, I talked about the things that I was aspiring to, what I could potentially be, the goals that I had that I was not depending on or banking on anymore, but the goals that I thought would be a good step in my life to go towards. And of course, nothing concrete has happened. It's more concrete than I give credit for, but nothing like, I'm not like sitting here being like, oh, I'm like a fancy doctor or whatever now. But at the end of that video, I said I wanted to be, who knows, I could be like this psychologist doctor with my PhD one day, working with child psychology, just doing my thing, helping coach people, just loving the gym even more. And while those goals may not seem big to a lot of people, they were big to me. At the time, there were so many people around me excelling in what I thought that I deserved, instead of focusing on the efforts that I had already been putting in. And I was just comparing myself to everybody else. And everybody else deserves a different slice of life, So even if someone else seems like they're doing better, it's a mindset, I choose to do better for myself because I love myself. That's the whole point. And now, what is so cool is that it's all coming full circle now. Again, if you want to go see that video for proof, you can. It's like back in October or something, I think. But I've switched my major to psychology because that was what I really wanted to do back then. And since I have now had pathways open up to me through some contacts and my own efforts, and just doing what I can and enjoying myself. And not only am I going to hopefully very soon get a job in child psychology as a registered behavioral technician or registered behavioral therapist, something like that, where I get to work with a lot of antisocial kids or autistic kids and help them like integrate a little bit better and just feel normal, as we all need. Which is such a cool thing, and I get to get paid for it, which is unheard of in undergrad. I get to do that kind of field work, which has been like one of my dreams for a while. But not only that, is I've been opened up to the possibility that I'm gonna start marching toward of getting my clinical psychological doctorate. I didn't know that there was a PhD program that wasn't like you become a doctor but you're not medical. And like I know that there were doctors like that. I just thought you had to do something medical to say that you were a doctor, but apparently not. And I don't care about the title. But the cool thing is that I get to go do the therapy route of psychology through that PhD rather than the medicinal route that I'm not interested in, which is so awesome to me. It's literally what I was like ranting about months ago, and it feels like it's falling in my lap. And this is kind of like what I want to pull everything around into. And while this is obviously not effortless, it seems effortless because I've finally slowed down and just enjoyed what I've got in my daily life and the efforts that I'm putting in, enough to the point to where the efforts that I'm putting in just came faster than I thought it would, but instead of being stubborn and impatient, by relaxing and just doing what I can right now and just letting life come to me at the pace it's got for me, it's coming up. It's already here. So again, don't compare yourself to me. That's not what I want you to do. I don't want this video to be like a saving grace for someone who's just like, oh, that means I must have something coming up for me. We all have something coming up for one another. You just are never going to know when. It always comes when you don't expect it, and it most likely will not be there when you need it. That's why you got to surround yourself with positive people and a positive environment to lift you up in those times, So I guess my main conclusion to this that I really want to bring it around into is don't depend on your goals. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to be passionate. They're meant to be disciplined. It's supposed to be a very long road. Nobody wants to max out their life in their 20s. Like, if you do, then you're just rushing. And if you've seen Whiplash, we aren't draggers or rushers. We just stay at the pace that we want to be at. That's a weird reference, but whatever. Anyway, it's just, don't depend on those goals. Rather, build your hopes and passions upon them. It's so important to live life to the fullest of your extent. Not what other people tell you your extent is supposed to be, or the extent that you see in other people. It's the extent of whatever you've got going on. And I promise you, no matter how successful someone seems, nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody. Life is a fucking mystery, and it is supposed to be ambiguous. I have preached this so many times, but you are not supposed to know what's happening in your life. That's what makes it fun. So many people are stuck on the, oh man, I'm in this position and I don't know what to do and it's over, whatever. No, man, just enjoy what you got ahead of you. You got family, if you got food, shelter, if you got any sort of hobbies, enough money to put food on the table, be happy. You got something. And that's a great thing on its own. And again, like I said, the top priority in life should be the fact that you're alive. It's such a cool thing that nobody thinks about because it's just handed to us on a silver platter. So seriously, take it with a grain of salt. You got to do your own things to find out where you're going to go. I may be preaching about how I'm doing great right now. It's probably, I guarantee you it'll go down at some point, and I guarantee you it'll go up at some point. But it's my individual choice to continue the mindset of I'm going to pick myself up no matter what, and every time I do, I'm going to get a little bit better at it just because I want to live the best life possible, So do your own thing. But the worst thing I hate seeing is, I feel like one of the biggest mistakes you can make is not committing to your own life. It seems so small and unimportant when you're young. But if you can't commit to your life now, then you're never going to be able to commit to your life, even when you think you have success in the future. The only way I feel people truly enjoy their lives in a more personal and individual way rather than a material and value-based way is to start enjoying it right this second. Whatever you got going on, it's hard. I get it. Everybody's got that shit. But it's your choice to not compare yourself to others, and it's your choice to take that first step and whatever 1,000 next first steps after that in order to become the person that you are meant to be. So I didn't mean to yell at you, but I love talking about this stuff, and it gets me riled up, so do what you will. Just make sure you're loving yourself and you're loving life along the way. That's what's so important about all of it. That's all that's important about all of it. So do your thing. I am officially starting what is my definition of a cut today. It's not going to be anything super serious or as crazy as most people, but we'll be doing the ramen and chicken and the ramen and rice every day, and just trying to stay committed to that and just doing the best I can with it. And we'll see where it goes, and it's just another passion to put on my list of shit that I love to do. So do what you will. Enjoy yourself. That's the main thing. But it's up to you. It's not, nobody's holding you back. Nobody said you can't get better. That's on you. So take that sucky first step of accountability and responsibility for your own life and fucking go for it. That's all I can say about it, So that's all I got. Bye.